And we are live. Good morning, crypto warriors, and welcome back to the Gentleman of Crypto, episode 823. Today is Tuesday, October 26, 2021, and I'm King.
And I'm Bitcoin Zay, and we're here to bridge the gap between cryptocurrency and the community Monday through Friday at 10-ish.
At 10-ish, and today's stories are Bakkt shares skyrocket after partnering with Mastercard and Fiserv. I always say that wrong. SEC expected to hit U.S. stablecoin regulation enforcement. Dubai regulator announces new regulations for investment tokens, and Elon Musk back in the news again as he warns of strong inflationary pressure as Tesla mulls Bitcoin payments. But first and foremost, what's going on with the prices?
Oh yeah, so taking a look at our prices for today, Bitcoin is sitting at $62,170, down 1.6%. Ethereum at $4,192, up 0.8%. Binance Coin at $484 is down 0.4%. Cardano at $216 is up 0.75%. Solana at $205 is down 1% today. XRP at $111 is up 1.1%. Polkadot at $43.85 is up 0.24%. Dogecoin at 26 cents is down 0.17%. And close to the top 10, Shiba Inu sitting at 469 Shiba Satoshis, up 18%. And it's crazy because if they enter into the top 10, this only proves our point, people, that even if your coin is in the top 10, it could still be garbage and probably won't be there next year. So this is just proving our point because I don't think we'll see Shiba there for too long, but huge pump coming in, and it seems like a lot of people are making money, so it will be a dump at some point.
All right. And I want to give a shout out to today's show sponsor. Make sure after this video, you check out the video on Beam. It's a new staking token out now, Beam X, which is allowing you, of course, to stake your Beam tokens in an effort to get more Beam X. Check out that short video afterwards. And warriors, you know what to do. Like it. Let us know. What do you think about this new staking token and protocol? But again, shout out to Beam for that partnership. All right, some quick shout outs. Oh, thank you for the tip. BK Born, Best Side Raised. Good morning, fellas and crypto warriors. BK Born, Best Side Raised. Must have caught some of that pump this past week because he gave us a couple of tips to start the day off. So thank you. Thank you. What's going on, Wendy Nichols, Goodness, Eric Horton, Banger Committee, Chappie, Michael Kennedy, Kadeem. Let's see. DC, Alec G, Fabian, Benjamin Biddle. Name the Dream, Selfish God, Too Rich to Miss. Rendo like Denzel said, what's Gucci Warriors, 1 a.m. Good morning. There we go. All right. Good morning, everybody who's joining the show. Top story of the day, but as you saw the title, not much of a real story, I guess, but it was slow news day today. We had to find something. Back in the news is Bakkt shares skyrocket after partnering with Mastercard and what's that, Fiserv? I don't know the name. I always see it Milwaukee Bucks. Don't they sponsor them?
Believe so.
Fiserv. They're the sponsor for the Milwaukee Bucks arena.
I believe so, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I always see that name. I never know what it is. But Bakkt share price surged by 120% during Monday's trading session on the heels of fresh partnerships with global payment firms. And of course, this is huge news when you talk about the traditional market people. They don't ever really see, I mean, with the exception of the last 2 years, they haven't really ever seen these type of swings and these pumps, which they're starting to experience. But what's going on with Bakkt and I guess these new partnerships?
Oh, yeah. So yesterday, I did a Yahoo Finance live show with the CEO of Bakkt. Shout out to Gavin Michael. And basically, he was saying that they are partnering, or MasterCard is they're working with Bakkt to allow customers to buy, sell, and hold digital assets through custodial wallets. So it's basically taking their infrastructure and implementing crypto payments. And to that, I say about time, because MasterCard, basically, their CEO said they would never do it. Cryptos are too volatile. And here we are today. So the global payment provider, Fiserv, also announced a strategic collaboration with Bakkt to offer merchant-facing digital asset services. So both sides of the coin. And of course, their trading price closed at $9.15 before surging a further 120% to close out at $30. And again, this is not regular in the stock market, but remember, we always said if you want exposure to Bitcoin, you can buy into Bitcoin companies or companies that interact with Bitcoin and crypto, and you can get similar returns. So shout out to Bakkt for that business moves. And I'm pretty sure we all saw this coming. We first started talking about Bakkt in 2018, 2019?
Yeah, back around
when ICE founded them. And
Yeah, the original NYDIG.
Yep, exactly. So these partnerships, I'm pretty sure they were coming. And again, like I said, hearing Gavin Michael speak about it on Yahoo Finance was hilarious because I literally was just talking about the fact that Bakkt hasn't done anything in years, and then they finally come through with this. So shout out to them.
Well, I mean, it makes sense that they haven't done anything in years. Are we going back to the traditional every 2 to 3 years we get a nice pump off a project because that's what it usually takes. So that's pretty interesting to see. But again, I mean, that's crazy. Looking at this chart and these prices again, what is this? It said it's rallied more than 236% from $9.09 to $30.60 over the past 5 days. Now, one thing I will say is to add with that, I mean, it's one of those things you can't feel like you missed it because who would have known these partnerships would have happened? Who would have thought Bakkt would be coming swinging like this? But I don't know. It still goes to one of those things where it was good. It's good to diversify, but you still would have made more or had a higher return with Bitcoin. But again, Bakkt has been dead for a long time, so this is pretty cool to see. And I guess we'll continue to watch and see who it partners with next. I mean, do these partnerships with Bakkt even mean anything? Like this partnership, what will it allow Bakkt to do that wasn't doing it initially?
Oh, well, it'll basically allow you, instead of just holding it in your wallet, you can spend it now. And with Mastercard, you can use your Mastercard as far as payments. So yeah, just enabling crypto payments because like every other company, whenever demand is too high, you got to do something. And I'm sure they have a lot of clients who are talking about being able to spend crypto as an alternative payment. So for them, it's good. They get their cut, their percentage. And I always tell people about the shovels. We always say that about the shovels. They're just providing shovels for the gold rush. They don't really want to get involved with crypto per se, but they do want to get involved with the customers who want to get involved with crypto. So that is their strategy.
What's going on, Bitcoin? Sean, it's so hard to catch a live, so we up in here. Crypto culture, Kenzie, thank you for the tips. I was talking Bitcoin at the strip club last night. Zay, win Tampa.
Hey, come down to Miami. We can hit one together. I was talking Bitcoin at the strip club a few weeks ago, but yeah, got to do it.
J.E. Walter said, bend the knee. Mastercard, that's right. If you all forgot, you know, we love to remind you. AJ Banga, the CEO of Mastercard back in 2018, I believe, said that cryptocurrencies were a basket of junk. Of course, later he capitulated, and then now it looks like Mastercard is fully into the Bitcoin and cryptocurrency race. So as always, they say something crazy. They come back. I mean, the worst part, they come back years later. They don't even apologize. They don't say, excuse my comments. I apologize for misleading you all. None of that. They just like, I'm just going to start fresh today. Good.
Yeah, I was saying, yeah, if you need to see it, this is it right here. July 26, 2018. This is when we were in the heart of the bear market. Remember, right? Everybody was jumping ship. So again, you gotta remember when demand was going away, AJ Banga did what he thought was right, and now the demand is coming back. Now they're jumping into it. So again, they got to bend the knee. People, they don't have a choice. Never did.
Crazy. Let's see what's going on. Justin Inform, you said Blocktopia has 5 times since someone mentioned it on the Friday show a few weeks ago. All right, there we go. Blocktopia in the house. T Breezy, what's up? Say, I feel your crypto culture win Tampa and or Orlando. Holla, holla, holla. There we go. Cryptocurrency, Carmelo said, I bought $20 worth of shitcoin cat girl. LOL, up $4. Let the roulette begin. All right, so there you go, Carmelo. We shield that coin I've never heard of.
Cat girl?
We'll see how that one goes. Let's see. J.E. Walters said, look at us growing up in the crypto game. First, we experienced a bull run. Second, we hit a no news stretch. Just waiting on my first bear session. You're actually right. The no news stretch, I mean, the last time we really went through a patch of this was the 2018, 2019 years. And boy, were there some patches that people would be like 2 weeks, we'd be like, yeah, so the price base is still the same as some chop. Let's see what else we have. What's going on? Caesar Mason said, good morning, all you crypto pioneers. Jiu-Jitsu Crypto E. So Zay says no, I say yes to this. I'm with you. What's up with Upholds KYC? Is it time to drop them? I've already dropped them because it started acting funny with me some months ago. Uphold's still been good to you, right?
Well, I only use it once a year, maybe, you know, like twice. It was just one of those exchanges because you know how you do like a exchange barrage, you just sign up for all of them. That was the only one at the time that went through really quickly, and I just never changed it. But yeah, I'm not beholden to Uphold at all. It's just if once a year, twice a year, I do use an exchange to buy it or sell it. Uphold is already there. But you're right, they are egregious, just like other exchanges. That's why nobody should rely on centralized exchange for their primary custodial wallet. But if you need to do buy and sells, you can drop Uphold if they get egregious. Don't trust anybody. Verify.
Yeah, always verify. And yeah, I like to say I got away from Uphold. The KYC, to me, I agree. It's been starting to get a little crazy on Uphold. So like Bitcoin, as they say, I mean, I would give it to them and say that that was never their intention, because they did hold out for a very long time. However, once it's like that monkey. Once it's on your back, it's on your back, right? I just need another hit. Hey, the government taps you. That's what it is. So I'm not mad at them. I mean, it's clear what's happened. I don't even blame them. But also, with all that being said, I mean, my thing is, if you're going to be super centralized and it's a ton of KYC AML, then I'm better off just going to another platform. Because here's the issue about the centralization and KYC and AML. People, is not just as an overstep of boundaries from a federal side, from a public organization side to private citizens. Not that it's just an overstep of boundaries, but also it's how you get hacked. If you keep all your information in the same place, you get hacked. So that's also another reason why I don't like these centralized places. I'm not trying to keep all my money and information in the same. Like, what's going to happen when an exchange really gets cracked for all those passports we sent in, for all those IDs we sent in for verification, like for all those signatures that we all have on a piece of paper right next to our face? Like, like, people, what's going to happen? Like, so again, I'm just against that for those reasons when it comes to security as well.
Oh, yeah.
Ali Pio said yesterday, when paying my phone bill, they had BitPay as an option. Yes, it's happening. Nice. And that's the thing, people, it will be something like BitPay. It's going to be in the background. Like, right now, it's the cool thing to pay with crypto. But once we have a Fed coin, they're not even going to offer us the option to pay with Bitcoin and all that. It's going to be like, pay with your US Fed coin. If you don't have any, this is how you swap into it. Like, Trey James said, best show on YouTube. Much appreciate that as well. And yeah, I saw a couple other articles. I'm actually meant to bring them up. I got to see if I can find them. But one of which was said, Chappie said, you see that Janet Yellen in her comments on taxing unrealized gains, madness.
That is crazy. That's probably some news we should throw in today, because that is the most egregious shit I've ever heard in my life. You're gonna tax. To me, that's their only recourse for the amount of inflation that's coming. So that money is going to flow into assets that are going to appreciate rapidly and make a lot of money. But if nobody cashes it out, those are unrealized gains. They can't get that money back. And you know what's not taxed when you put it in there? Bitcoin. But if it's unrealized gains, that means people are paying taxes on Bitcoin's growth or any asset's growth every year. This is ridiculous. And the thing is, they're not saying they're going to lower your tax benefit for unrealized losses. And also, at what point is it unrealized? Is every year at December 31st, we're going to stop it and cut it off? And then if you ain't realized it by now, it's unrealized gains. January 1st, everything you made last year, this is what you got. And the thing is, it can still be an asset that's sitting there. So it is ridiculous. I don't even know why they're floating this idea, except this is the final boss. This is basically Yellen, former chair of the U.S. Federal Reserve, coming out with something that can basically steal your money, steal your wealth from you without you even ever seeing it. That's ridiculous.
Yeah, I mean, this is getting crazy. And there was another article, I can't think of it off the top of my head. I had to look through one of these things. I mean, you know, we get messages from via text, Twitter, Instagram, I don't know where, but somebody did send another article yesterday that I saw pop up on my phone that I wanted to use, but I'll definitely get back to it one of these days. All right, SEC is in the news. SEC is expected to hit U.S. stablecoin regulation and enforcement. It doesn't come as a big surprise, but if you remember, the SEC, CFTC, every other agency was looking for guidance when it comes to stablecoins and how we're going to be moving forward. It looks like the SEC will be hitting that. The report is also expected to clarify the regulatory jurisdiction of the Treasury Department and CFTC with regards to stable tokens. So again, everyone essentially wants that cut. And the reason why is because you get a higher budget. Whoever takes on stable coins gets the budget from Congress, and they definitely want that money. So it looks like United States regulatory bodies have reportedly agreed that the Securities and Exchange Commission will lead the United States efforts to regulate the stablecoin sector. Now, really quickly, This is why this is crazy, and I'm glad they brought it up. They said they would lead the United States sector. If you remember the other day, I can't remember which country, but we were talking about the SEC of a different country. And that is my point when it comes to cryptocurrencies, specifically along the likes of Bitcoin, and eventually even when it comes to some of these stable coins. Like literally, if we're going to do it like this, then every country will have like legal guide, like they will have onus to saying, well, no, you've crossed this digital border now. You're doing business with our citizens, which is why I think a digital passport will soon become very important. And they're saying, well, we can tax you, or this is how we're going to do our stablecoin, or these are the new rules of this market. And it's just like every country is going to do this. Like, how do we decide which country to listen to? Just the one you're a part of, or the one with the most missiles that's willing to use it? Like, every country is going to do this. So again, according to a Tuesday Bloomberg report citing anonymous sources familiar with the matter, the SEC has reached an agreement with other U.S. agencies to take the reins on proposing legislation and overseeing the stablecoin industry. I, for one, will actually say I'm happy to see this because they have something to go play with now. Like Bitcoin, NFTs, this, that, lending, DeFi, like all these buzzwords that they don't know anything about, that they are trying to figure out how to control, how to take over. They finally have their pet project. They finally have their toy in the form of stablecoin. So I think this will keep them busy for a while. I hope it keeps them busy. But yeah, what are you thinking on this one?
Oh, yeah. I saw the term today, SEC compliant NFT. It almost threw up in my mouth because I was like, what the fuck are y'all talking about? But it seems as though the SEC is going to have their hands full because they're going to have to duke it out with other regulatory agencies to try and control the stablecoin industry. And it's going to be weird for them trying to figure out the jurisdiction because the regulatory jurisdiction of the Commodity Futures Trading Commission and the Treasury Department and the SEC in regard to stable tokens is a little shaky right now. And the Treasury's report was announced during a meeting of the President's Working Group for Financial Markets, also called PWG. It comprises representatives from U.S. regulatory agencies, including Treasury Secretary Janet Yellen, SEC Chair Gary Gensler, Federal Reserve Chair Jerome Powell, and CFTC Head Rostin Benham. Sounds like the four horsemen coming to come steal your wealth. But those are the four that were chosen for their President's Working Group. So it's only a matter of time before they try to say, hey, stable coins need to be issued by XYZ. And it's interesting what's going to happen with Tether. Tether is based in Hong Kong. Other stable coins that may be decentralized, don't know what they're going to do with those. And then also, too, will they stop stable coins from being the way that you buy currencies? Because I even posed this question on Twitter yesterday. What if the hyper Bitcoinization event is because the SEC oversteps their boundaries and makes most altcoins obsolete? That includes stable coins. So what if that happens? Because like King just said, whatever the US does, there's a bunch of countries that's going to copy us. And Joe Biden even came out and said he's looking at 20 or so countries to join us in a coalition against cryptocurrencies with regulation. So they already are trying to expand this across the globe. But I agree with some of the people in the chat. Maybe time to pick up and leave the US if they go through with this regulation, because they are going backwards.
Yeah, this is crazy. All right, I did see what the article was. It looks like the U.S. government to auction 4.94 Bitcoin worth $300,000. So not a huge story. It was probably why we missed it, because there's only $300,000. But I can't remember. Someone did ask us about it on Twitter. They messaged us. My only thoughts on the government auctioning Bitcoin in general is that we can just keep it. I'd rather us not auction it and they just keep it and don't tax people in that region, I guess, for the year. But we know that's not going to happen. So it is what it is.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. All right. Dubai regulators in the news. Dubai regulator announces new regulations for investment tokens. Our point exactly. SEC says we're going to do it like this. Dubai says we're going to do it like this. And how's Dubai doing? What's going on over there?
Oh, yeah. So the UAE continues to be one of the friendliest jurisdictions worldwide for the digital asset industry. The DFSA, also known as Dubai Financial Services Authority, has established a regulatory framework for investment tokens as part of its efforts to stimulate the digital financial and technological environment while also meeting market players' demands and requirements. So shout out to Dubai for creating what they see as a regulatory framework, but they're not overstepping their boundaries. I think there's too much money in this market, and they understand that as well. They define investment tokens as either a security token or a derivative token, And they say that it is the first step in the DFSA's digital assets regime, which reflects the suggestions made in consultation paper 138. You can read that for yourself, published on March 2021. So they're basically trying to create a digital asset exchange and use that platform to enrich themselves in Dubai. They just need some sort of regulation, some sort of framework so that companies know how to operate, which is what most companies are asking for here. They just don't want a gray area. It's like, just tell us what to do, we'll do it. And the SEC and other people are like, nah, we're not gonna tell you. Just keep
you'll be able to make money off it.
Yeah, just keep guessing. Just keep making money and keep guessing, and then we're gonna make up something that is illegal, and we'll try and get some money out.
Take some of that back and life
that back. Yeah, exactly. We're gonna gangster that shit right up out of you. But shout out to Dubai. They're trying to do it the right way. This is basically the best way a government can do it, is set up a platform where people can succeed and get out the way. Take your money, take your cut, that's fine, but just don't get in the way.
Yeah, I mean, I'm with you on that. Just to make it clear, simple, and easy is to do that, is to say, hey, these are the rules, X, Y, Z, we gone. So I do appreciate that. I do appreciate that at least they're getting this framework together early on. But again, it's just one of those things where how strong will their framework even be? Because it's one of those things where regardless of what regulatory agency or government sets up, whatever crypto framework they want, if there's chances of arbitrage, there's chances to make money in this market, and your government is not allowing you to do it, whether it's from restricting websites, not through IP addresses, whatever, people are going to look elsewhere. That's where we're going to get back to that whole digital citizen thing, where hopefully we'll get to the point where countries have to compete for citizens, especially on a digital basis, and say, hey, we want you all to join our country for your digital passport. That way you can use these websites, and there's I mean, how would that work? You got your digital password, you just put in your little code. Oh, this ain't for me. I'm a citizen of island XYZ, whatever. You just put that in, and it actually works. But regardless, that's what we think may happen here in the future. Hey, make sure you smash those likes and shares, people. Really quick, looking at some of these comments in the comment section on the real estate said, have we heard of this possible energy shortage and what the possible effects on Bitcoin hash for security would be? I haven't heard of a securities or energy shortage. I'll let Zay figure that out if he has, but
I've heard it, but there's no such thing as an energy shortage ever. Energy doesn't die. It only gets transferred to somewhere else. So if there's energy shortage, they're trying to, they're wagging the tail of the dog because they're basically trying to tell you it's energy shortage. So when they restrict certain energy stuff so that the energy is a shortage, you'll just go along with it. But there's no such thing as energy shortage. Millions of ways to extract energy.
As long as the wind blows, it can't be an energy shortage. Hey, and not only that, again, to me, when it comes to stuff about energy, internet connectivity, all that, like if we have an energy shortage, there's way more to worry about than Bitcoin. This is that plain and simple. Alapio said, any change of thoughts relating to Cash App? No, they've been doing a good job so far. But also Cash App's been keeping their head down when it comes to people. If you notice, I mean, listen, look at the companies that are shaking their hands and waving their arms and making noise. Those are the ones, not all the time, but those are usually ones that they're starting to come down on. Like Uphold, granted, they never really done all that, but they've been in the market long enough where the government caught on to them. And Cash App, I think maybe next year we'll start to see, like, all right, that might not be the place to go. But right now, to me, I think they're still flying under the radar. Like you haven't heard or seen Cash App in many articles or talk. So I think they're still flying under the radar.
That's because they got that hardware wallet coming. Square hardware wallet is coming soon.
Hey, that's when, don't worry, that's when they're gonna get smacked. Crypto Culture, Kenzie, thanks for that tip again. I know he caught some of that pump. What do you guys think is the next narrative for Bitcoin? Is it just price go up at this point? No, the war is over, but the battle, there's still a couple more battles to be fought. I think Bitcoin will get attacked again before it's all said and done. I don't think the narrative will continue again until we have a stable coin or a Fed coin. Once that's fully created, then the attack on Bitcoin is going to resume. And it's going to be even fiercer than before, I think.
Oh, yeah. And there's still a lot of use cases for Bitcoin: remittances, savings account, payments, if you're in a place where it's hyper Bitcoinization, the ability to hold your wealth, to send it without anybody stopping it. Still, all of that is there. It's the layer one is more secure than anything else. So that's a huge thing. And then true scarcity. So yeah, number go up is a part of it, but it's only because economics work, baby.
Ocean 5381, always catch you guys on the podcast. First time catching y'all live. What's going on, Ocean? Your boy Black Ice. Say I'm in the building. Hit the like button. There we go. Who don't like that? Black Ice in the car. Let's see what else is happening. Best like to dislike ratio. Gentlemen in crypto. There we go. Let's see. Ocean say I only use those type of exchanges for free crypto. My main assets are decentralized. I'm assuming you're saying. Let's see. PFC Will said Brave browser needs to find a better off ramp for BAT. Yeah, Brave still got some stuff to work out over there as well. Just inform you said, how would that even be possible to tax unrealized gains? The same way it's possible to tax Bitcoin. You just tell people.
They'll hand it over to you.
They just hand it over. Listen, I'm not mad. Listen, I know I clown. I'm not mad. A lot of people have families, kids, jobs they've been at for years. They're not trying to play the risky game. I get it. They like, King, bro, I'm not trying to play with daddy government. I get it. But that's the true answer to the question. That is how that's possible. You literally, like, your gang is so fierce, you can just tell people to get, if you dream about some money, I want you to wake up and give me a cut. And Americans will say, yes, sir, we will do it.
You will own nothing and you will like it.
Exactly.
Year 2030, build back better. Yeah.
Hilarious.
It's all part of the same plan. Trust me.
Aaron says, shout out to Michael, who had a great call on Phantom 2 weeks ago. The Warriors came through great finds. All right, so a lot of good stuff going on. Let's see, the last couple of stories, or last story, I guess. Elon Musk warns of strong inflationary pressure as Tesla mulls Bitcoin payments. For one, like the mulling of the Bitcoin payments, once again, you notice who's in the news all the time, right? Messing with the market, all right? The world's richest man, whose net worth hit $250 billion this week, is also unsure whether inflation will ever calm down. What's going on with Elon Musk as he mulls his Bitcoin?
Oh yeah. So first, this was a string of tweets where Jack Dorsey started off by stating that hyperinflation is coming. So he got a lot of pushback from all of the softies that don't want people to know about inflation, and then he got a lot of support from people who understand inflation is coming. One of those supporters was Elon Musk, and he actually commented under that and said the world faces strong inflationary pressure in the short term, and it may persist. I don't know about anybody else, but in that same thread, there were 4 billionaires that all said that there was inflation coming in the short term. I don't know who you get your information from, but I usually listen to the rich people when they talk about inflation because they can see it before we can. Because by the time it trickles down to you, it's in the form of high gas prices, high food, but it's been here all along. So he said that it had Kathy Wood on there, Michael Saylor, Jack Dorsey, and Elon Musk all stated that inflation was real and that it is happening and it will change everything. And shout out to Kathy Wood, also a firm BTC supporter, noted that monetary velocity, on the contrary, have been slowing since the 2008 global financial crisis, disguising some of the devaluation impact. So if you don't know what that means, inflation can be masked with the velocity of money, meaning that as more people are spending it, it seems as though the economy is doing just fine, which made inflation from before look not as bad. What she's saying is that velocity is slowing down at the same time that inflation is happening. So we may not see a recovery like we saw in 08, 09. Big things to worry about at this point. And I would strongly suggest anybody that sees this and ignores it, please don't, because even though Elon Musk may be a little goofy to some people, I can guarantee you his money's at stake too. $250 billion is nothing if it gets devalued the way hyperinflation can. So he's worried as well as others.
Oh man, a lot going on with this hyperinflation. Already starting to see a trickle in LA, so we'll see what happens. All right, let's see, last few comments. Saber Saves. Anyone else see Sam Bankman-Fried's? Is it Sam Bankman-Fried?
Yeah, that's what I say, Sam Bankman-Fried.
Article on Forbes. He was quoted saying he doesn't really believe in crypto. He's just trying to make as much money as he can, as long as he can. I didn't see that. Did you see that?
Oh, surprise, surprise. People that own exchanges don't give a fuck about you. We've been telling y'all that everybody listens to the exchange people and the people that run all these companies. And we're like, they don't care about you. They care about customers. They care about data and they care about user acquisition and all of that, all these other metrics. But most of them are not true Bitcoin or crypto people. They just know they can make a lot of money off of you.
Hey, shout out to Michael Kenny. Say I'm up $150 on my $500 winnings from Crypto Vantage. Hey, there we go.
That's what I'm talking about. Making people money.
Hilarious.
Did you see Satoshi Slim about having a country's free agency?
No, go ahead.
Oh man, he was saying, I think, yes, Satoshi Slim was saying, what if countries had a free agency draft? Like basically every country, give us your pros, give us your cons, and then we'll see what's the best country for Bitcoiners to move to, or crypto people. Because I mean, that might be a great show to do. Let's just outline like 20 countries and see which one's the best to move to, just in case. Countries having free agency trying to attract the best talent, that would be hilarious. But I could see a day where that happens. It's sort of happening now.
Stack McChange said, I'm on my CeeLo tip, drop the top and let the sun shine in. Listen, that's why I be having those blinds closed, people. Listen, I knew this was the best place for me to get that morning sun, but it does mess with the streaming over here for sure. Let's see, what else do we have going before we call this a day? I think I saw a couple of good comments in there. Let's see. Just inform you said, how much money do I need to live comfortably in LA? That weather behind you, King, looks beautiful. Hey, you need enough for gas and groceries out here. So $30 million. Like, it's crazy. Right?
Gas
crazy.
is
Gas is $5, people.
Yeah. I was gonna say when I left on La Cienega, that gas station in Beverly Hills, 602, baby.
And it's still booming too. It's never going down. Bitcoin Benito, thanks for the tip. Yelling going to give us our money back for unrealized losses too. Exactamundo. That is my issue with all this regulation in the financial market, or all these taxes and everything we need to pay. Is just like, if the opposite happens, if you happen to not make money, what protections are there? There aren't any. They're saying if you lose, you're going to be a big fucking loser and no one's going to be there to help you. If you win, congratulations, gang. We're going to come take some, and there's nobody going to be there to help you. So I'm with you on that too. And I think I saw couple more. Yep, BTCJ, thank you for the tip as well. BTCJ said, what's good, Jim, in the crypto? If Coinbase and eventually Cash App being gang, what would be a safe place to buy Bitcoin? Well, again, let's not get away from the peer-to-peer aspect of it. Again, people, you can go to a coffee shop, a police station, or a bank and buy Bitcoin from another peer. Bitcoin Zay, what else would you say?
Say it one more time. I was reading comments. I didn't even hear.
Where can we buy Bitcoin from and not on exchanges? Also, people, don't forget, when it comes to a peer-to-peer, like our crypto warriors in the troll box right now, there's people everywhere. So if you are in a major city, feel free to jump under the chat box and say, hey, like, is anybody located in Tennessee? Is anybody located in Timbuktu, whatever? Like, ask people in the chat box. And I'm sure we're all connected by 4 or 5 people now, 4.9 degrees of separation now that Facebook's booming. Somebody would tell you where you can buy some Bitcoin from.
Well, I would say the easiest is Edge Wallet on your phone. You just connect your bank, buy it through there. Edge Wallet's been great. Also, too, if you just want to stack sats, Swan Bitcoin, because it does it automatically. And if you want to buy other cryptos, a bunch of other ones, BRD, Edge Wallet, it's a few on there that are pretty good as far as buying other cryptos as well. And if you want to get other tokens, make sure you get on Uniswap, get your MetaMask, because DeFi wise, you can get tokens just for having Ethereum or turning it into WETH. So yeah, a few different ways to buy stuff. But with Bitcoin, a lot of peer-to-peer. I think peer-to-peer is coming back, honestly, because exchanges are getting egregious.
Well, I mean, peer-to-peer may come back if the government doesn't say you're a banker, you need a banking license to do it. We'll see. They scare people out of that market, but remains to be seen, right? Oh, yeah. Other than that, that is the show for today. Again, want to thank today's show sponsor, Beam. So make sure you check out that Beam staking video after the show. I'll also put it in the chat box. So warriors, you know what to do. Just click on the video, comment a couple comments, keep pushing. Bitcoin Zay, you got any news, messages, anything updates for us?
Nah, nothing much. I do want to say, somebody said, did I ever go back to laugh at that banker lady? Please record when you do. I went by there last time I was in LA. She wasn't around, so I ain't see her. But yeah, I will if I see her. But yeah, shout out to everybody. Happy Tuesday. Make sure you get that masterclass. Shout out to Crypto Vantage and everybody else.
Yeah, for sure. Check out the masterclass. Still available. Still going strong.
Derek Alvarez. Remember Derek Alvarez? He said he's been watching us since the 5th show. Derek Alvarez. We haven't seen him in a while.
What's going on, Derek? Yeah, long time no see. Oh, I do remember Derek Alvarez. When I saw the name, I was trying to remember it because I was like, I've seen this name before. Yeah. Make sure you smash that like and share. Check out this Beam video after the show. Again, they're talking about a new staking token, which was already listed on a couple exchanges. Apparently went up 50% already. So check it out. Might be a little hidden gem. And let's get out of here as it looks like God's about to put his hands on me. You all take care. Smash that like and share. We'll see you all tomorrow with some more news.